Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am sharing with you a super special painting request that I got from a dear friend of mine named Amanda. She told me about this really cool story about Oshún's flight, and if you guys haven't heard of this, I actually had not heard of this story before she mentioned it. I will link it down in the description below. But essentially she requested I do a painting of this. So the story is about a peacock, so that's why there's a peacock here. And the peacock becomes the messenger of God, essentially, transcends the flames of the sun in order to fly to heaven, and through flying through the fire, burns up and turns into a vulture. That's just like a very, very basic explanation of why there are these two birds in the painting. This was a really fun painting for me to do because it has so many colors and the texture of the feathers was really fun to do. And I also don't paint animals that much, so this was a really nice, fun way for me to do something a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm normally better at painting plants and people, which is kind of funny because you'd think people are a little bit more challenging than animals when it comes to painting. But yeah, so I'm just going to be taking you guys along and showing you little updates that I've been doing throughout working on this piece. As you saw in the beginning, I did make a sketch to sort of get a general idea of how the layout was going to be. I wanted the two birds to sort of almost intertwine, similarly to a yin-yang style. This didn't turn out exactly how I had hoped in my mind when I actually put it on the canvas. However, the shape of the birds does slightly resemble that sort of duality which I was trying to convey, so I'm really happy with that and how that turned out. My favorite part of doing this painting was going and doing all the details, particularly on the peacock because it was so colorful and there's like all these tiny little dots and feathers and these fun little designs. So once I added the flames, I just used white paint to outline where all the fire was going to be. I feel like it really started to give a lot of life to this painting. The flames are a really crucial part of the story because it represents the fire and the rebirth that Oshún had to endure and push through in order to fly all the way to heaven. It's very similar to how one awakens and becomes a newer, better version of themselves through oftentimes a painful process or cleansing. I used a variety of brushes when painting this. My favorite brushes to use are oftentimes these super small, tiny brushes. It's really easy to add detail and create fine lines. So here it is with the fire all colored in. The fire is almost finished, but not quite. I just thought that it was really starting to come together at this point. As you can see, I've added a lot of details for the peacock feathers. And I'm just going and cleaning up the fire a little bit, trying to make it a little bit smoother, not quite so crisp. Although the flames did end up sort of looking like Hot Wheel flames in my opinion, but again, this painting is just really colorful in itself, and so I think it's okay. Fire is definitely something that I'm going to be practicing painting a little bit more, but I feel like it definitely, once I added the red flames, gave it a really fiery and impactful look. So here's the finished result. Sorry I filmed this vertically instead of horizontally. It is what it is. I hope you guys can get a really good look at all the neon colors and see how it all came together. Let me know if you like this, and definitely feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, share, like this video, all that good stuff. See you in my next video. Stay grounded.